Wow, what do you know? It's time for the Pocket Knife Show. Hey, it's Mike on the mic again for another episode of the Pocket Knife Podcast. Last time we talked about prayer priorities. We reminded ourselves that prayer for the salvation of the lost matters more than prayer for the physical healing of those already saved. Today I want us to take another step toward dealing with the sinners who surround us in the way that Jesus did. The story I want us to focus on is in Matthew 9. In this chapter's verses 9 through 13, if you understand what's going on, you'll find good news and direction. So listen. As Jesus went on from there, he saw a man named Matthew sitting at the tax collector's booth. "Follow me," he told him, and Matthew got up and followed. While Jesus was having dinner at Matthew's house, many tax collectors and sinners came and ate with him and his disciples. When the Pharisees saw this, they asked his disciples, "Why does your teacher eat with tax collectors and sinners?" On hearing this, Jesus said, "It is not the healthy who need a doctor, but the sick. But go and learn what this means. I desire mercy, not sacrifice, for I have not come to call the righteous, but sinners." Really quick, let me note something that isn't apparent from these verses. Jesus is in his hometown. It said so earlier in the chapter. So it's likely that Jesus knew Matthew and had had encounters with the man in the past. Everyone knew the local tax collector. Most hated the guy. He was likely a government-backed cheat. If what I've heard all my life is true, he could raise taxes as he pleased in order to line his own pockets. The Romans didn't care how much their flunkies overcharged as long as they got the share they required. Despite all this, Jesus invites the man to join his motley crew. He issues the same summons he'd given to Peter and James and Andrew and John and the rest. "Follow me." Matthew responded as quickly and as decisively as any of the other 11 already eating, sleeping, drinking, and walking with Jesus. He got up and followed. Any of you heard Jesus' voice calling out your name? He's still asking men and women to follow him. Follow me. How are you going to respond? I hope you'll get up and follow as Matthew did. The Jesus-following life is the only life worth living. Walking with him changes everything. Matthew, Jesus' new recruit, immediately gets to work. He throws a dinner party for Jesus and invites his unruly friends to hang out with his new master. The guests who come are not A-listers, elites, do-gooders. They are scoundrels, people of ill repute, outcasts. We know this because the high and mighty Pharisees watching all this go down questioned Jesus' judgment in sitting at the table to sup with them. They asked the rest of the disciples why Jesus was seated next to scumbags. The question of the night reached Jesus' ears. His response in verses 12 and 13 is telling. It's not the healthy who need a doctor, but the sick. But go and learn what this means. I desire mercy, not sacrifice, for I have not come to call the righteous, but sinners. Are you a mess inside and out? Is your past full of deeds you'd like to forget? Do your current actions bring more shame than pride? Congratulations, Jesus would love to sit down and eat with you. He'd rather hang out with you than 1,000 stuffy religious bigwigs who think they have no need for a savior. If you know you need help, welcome to the table. Come, join Jesus. Ignore the disdainful stares of the holier-than-thous. They're not enjoying fellowship with Jesus. They've locked themselves outside. They've been given the key to the kingdom, but they won't come in. Crowder's song, "Come As You Are," is powerful simply because its message is Jesus' message. Listen to the truth this modern worship song puts forth. Come out of sadness from wherever you've been. Come broken-hearted, let rescue begin. Come find your mercy, O sinner, come kneel. Earth has no sorrow that heaven can't heal. So lay down your burdens, lay down your shame. All who are broken, lift up your face. O wanderer, come home, you're not too far. Come lay down your hurt. Lay down your heart, come as you are. There's hope for the hopeless and all those who've strayed. Come sit at the table, come taste the grace. There's rest for the weary, rest that endures. Earth has no sorrow that heaven can't cure. I love the poignant phrase, come taste the grace. This is Jesus' invitation to all. It's Matthew's to his friends. Having tasted the grace of Jesus, Matthew summons all who will listen. Come, taste the grace. Do you have friends who need to taste grace? Perhaps they've made terrible mistakes in life. They've made a mess of things at home. They've been fired more times than they can recall. Their behavior is rude, crude, and socially unacceptable. When they walk by, people point fingers and shout, "Sinner!" Perfect. Those are the people Jesus wants you to be in close relationship with. You're already praying for them. Now Jesus invites you to be near them so that he can be near them. How else are they going to find mercy? Last episode, we noted praying for the lost is more important than praying for the sick. Today, we need to hear this. Hanging with sinners matters more than being present with the saved. Bad people are first on Jesus' guest list. Make them your first invite as well. Oh no, it's sad I know we've come to the end of the show. See you next time.